Alright, so I just got back from a week vacation. I was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and South Carolina, and I struggled on my self-improvement journey for the past week. My habits took a nosedive, and I was kind of unhappy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Not having these self-improvement habits, it made things so boring and so blah. Like on the South Carolina trip, it was a 12-hour car ride, right? In the moment, I was like, oh, well, I have nothing else to do. So I'm just gonna sit on my phone and I'm just gonna scroll. I did that for probably 6 hours straight. Absolutely horrible. I look back at myself and I'm like, dude, really? You couldn't have found something else to do? You could have done something, anything, but you scrolled for 6 hours, both ways. So we drove down, 12 hours there, scrolled for probably 6. 12 hours back, scrolled for probably 6. Not ideal at all. I didn't gratitude. I didn't even make an effort to record videos, even though I know that I should have. It was just not good. It was just not good. And I'm telling you this, I'm using this video as a more of a story time, more of an explanation kind of thing to show you what not to do. So, yeah, that happened. I spent my vacation fell into old habits of scrolling and not meditating, not journaling. I don't even think I prayed during that. Like, it was just not good. And then Fort Lauderdale was a little bit better. I was more present. I was more intimate with my family. I was more involved with conversations. I wasn't really hiding or anything. I didn't really feel as awkward, but I still scrolled a lot. Like, there were times where I was just outside, just kind of scrolling on my phone, not really doing anything productive. Meanwhile, I could have easily meditated. There were some really nice chairs out there, nice sunlight. I could have easily sat, meditated, gratitude journaled, whatever. I didn't do it though, and I'm kicking myself for it. So this is what I want to tell you. When you're on vacation, that's not an excuse to let your self-improvement habits slip away and fall off and not do anything, right? Like, even when you're trying to enjoy yourself and kick back and do whatever, still keep up the habits, because when you get back from vacation, there's going to be friction and you're going to be like, okay, I got to start this again. I got to get back into it. So the next morning afterwards was probably one of my best, most productive mornings in a very, very long time. I woke up, didn't check my phone, I made my bed, went downstairs, had a solid breakfast, I gratitude journaled, meditated for 10 minutes, and then I went outside, spent some great time in the sun, I went to the gym, and then I was outside walking for probably 4 hours. I was outside. I was walking down the street, ran into a couple of neighbors, sat with them probably for 2 hours. I walked about another 50 feet, and I sat and talked to another dude for 2 hours. And then as I'm walking up the street again, I see an old friend of mine, and we chat a little bit, and we talk it up. And that was so much fun, because I was getting sunlight, and I was actually enjoying myself. I could have easily gone for a walk, or easily done something like that during vacation, but I didn't do it. Because I thought vacation meant, oh, kick back, self-improvement goes out the window, you can do whatever you want, and we'll get back to it when we come home. And at first it was nice. It was like, oh, I've got no responsibilities, nothing to do. And then as the time went on, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm really bored. I'm really tired. I'm bored. And I feel like lazy. I feel like I'm just like blah. Like I'm just not doing anything. And I didn't understand why. But as I came home, I looked back on it. I was like, oh snap. This is an actually big problem. And I haven't seen anyone speak about this yet. And I'm sure you've had the same issue too. If you're on self-improvement, right, as I am, and you go on vacation, you're just like, you've probably done the same thing I have, where you're just like, yep, kick back, don't care, not gonna do self-improvement, gonna do whatever I want. And then you've come home and then you're just like, ugh, that was stinky, I could have done more. Because you and I, who we're on self-improvement, right? That's how we're hardwired. We didn't used to be, but we are now. So in order to fulfill ourselves, we have to be keeping up with our self-improvement even on vacation. This would have been super helpful that I did this, and I wish I had thought of this earlier. And I'm frustrated with myself because it's common sense. It's like when you're changing your environment and you're going into a holiday vacation mode, I should have created like a daily schedule, or at least tasks for me to do, so I can keep up with my self-improvement journey. I wish I had set something up in the morning, especially in the mornings, because I've noticed a strong start to the day builds momentum for the rest of the day, and it keeps you going, and you can do more and you can go further. So I wish I would have come up with tasks that I could have done. So meditation, gratitude journaling, sunlight, or maybe go on a walk in the morning around the block or something like that. I could have had a great conversation with one of my uncle's neighbors. Who knows? There could have been a cute girl that I ran into and I could have gotten her number or something. Who knows? But a morning routine, even on vacation, is super important, and it keeps you going. Same thing at night. If you're a person who has a nighttime routine, do your best to stick to it, or at the very least come up with one that will fit your vacation schedule, because then you'll slip into bed and you'll go to bed feeling fulfilled and feeling productive, and that is such a good feeling to have. And I did this once. In a week of vacation, I went to the gym once. And that one day, I'm so glad that I did, because when I went to the gym, I had the feeling of, I have social anxiety sometimes. It's something that I'm trying to work on. And when I went into the gym, I was like, I can talk to whoever I want. I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. And this girl and I made eye contact. I walked straight up to her and we had a 25-30 minute conversation. She was doing a leg workout, so I joined in for like 15 minutes, and it was just a good time. And I want you to do that too. If there is a local gym in your area, go to it. If there is a gym nearby, Planet Fitness is a great one. That's the one I belong to, because I have the black card and I can go to any Planet Fitness in the entire country. So wherever I'm on vacation, there's always a gym nearby that I can drive to and that I can work out at. And when I go to these different places, I talk to whoever I want, because I'm never going to see these people again, most likely. And it gives me confidence, and it allows me to think of myself and be like, okay, if you can go cold approach girls when you're on vacation, you can do it when you're at home, and it'll work out just fine. So to recap, create a morning routine, gratitude journal, meditate, go for a walk, and get some sunlight are some things that I would highly recommend. And then whatever your nighttime routine is, do your best to incorporate that, or at least modify it, so you can still stick to it while you're on vacation. And lastly, this is the big one, is go to the gym so you can practice your social skills and you can have little to no fear of rejection. If you see a girl and you're like, oh, let's go hang out or do something, and she says no, you can be like, okay, take it on the chin and go about your day, because you're never gonna see them again. If you go on a far away vacation, these people are thousands of miles from where you live. You're never gonna see them again. So those are the things that I would recommend, and how to keep up with your self-improvement while on vacation. Remember, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. You got this.